Hey guys, quick reminder, and I'll touch more about this at the very end of this video, but we're giving away the Prom Prowler 8 conversion we just did if the main video, the main end reveal video for that reaches 10,000 likes. So however fast that goes is however fast it gets given away, but one of you guys could have it sooner than later. So go ahead and check the link in the description or the comment section. That's the link to the main video. Also in the iCard, it'll be up here. Click on it, like it, comment if you can, please. That'll help that trend a lot, and it'll make it much easier for us to be able to give the thing away once it's done. But let's check out what you guys chose, because you guys did vote in a poll, a very scary poll. It was going endless. It's been about a day and a half, almost 2 days that we ran that poll. And thank heaven it went a certain way, because I'll tell you, I was a little worried you guys were gonna make me like mod that little 10T. That one was doing pretty well for a second. I was, I had a little pit in my stomach. But then you did me proud, audience. You picked the right one, and you picked it, not me. So we're gonna go get it. 10-footer. How much are they?
Let's find out for you.
$5 million.
Cheap at half the price.
Oh man. There you are. Thank you. But it comes with 2 seats. And those, which we'll never use, ever. Here it is. It's all loaded in. You know, I really like having an 8-foot bed. Fits a 10-foot boat in it just fine. This is actually quite light, which makes me believe the other Prom Prowler had waterlogged foam in it, but it can't come apart like this. Remember, one of the bigger advantages is this is stapled underneath the seam, and we can pull this apart and put actual good foam in it and get whatever. I'm pretty sure it's this stuff. We can get it out. So that's the first thing we're going to be doing. Second thing, we'll be putting drain plugs down here. We'll be putting drain plugs down here, kayak drain plugs. We'll be putting backings and drain plugs right here so they don't flex in and start leaking. That'll be like, actually, that's like 101. If you got this boat, things you should do it immediately. Drain plugs in the back of the pontoons and pink foam inside. And we have lots of foam, no shortage. So we will make that work. Yes, indeed. We'll see what we can do to it. I think the internal mods, before we even get to the external mods, will be well worth it. And to top that off, I think what we can do to the external, because we can take the boat apart and mount stuff underneath properly with like rivet washers and whatnot, will be much better than whatever we could have done with the Prom Prowler 8. And that was the old style. The new style seems to be the exact same seaming and is perfectly level. This one is actually perfectly level here too. Makes me very happy. It dips down. That's pretty darn level, guys. Look at that. That is level. It makes me so much happier. It looks like it's not level. Obviously, the transom area is whatever, but majority of it is level. Look at that. That makes me so happy. All right. It makes what we have to do to the boat much easier. Now we get to look at it right here. Like it's in the back of the truck. All right, guys. Freaking hot out here. All right, guys. You guys are the only good thing about Las Vegas. On the way up, I got a ticket and searchlight for like a lot. That cop spared no, like, I think he looked at my truck, was like, oh, this guy has money. Bam, $1,000 tickets. And then we went to a tournament, whatever. I mean, that was fun. We had some good things, but really, I've never seen such a poorly ref tournament. Poor judges. We're never going to come back to that tournament for my son. My son got robbed. My son tuned up some people. Judges in IMAC, you suck. I'm gonna condemn your tournament from now on and everything. You guys suck. I say that officially. And also I say officially, you guys, the audience, are awesome. Let's get this thing home. Let's see what we can do with it. All right, guys, we're back in Havasu. Here it is. be in the garage. First things first, we're gonna rip this seam off. We're gonna undo those rivets, take the seam off, rip those staples out, and pull it apart. That'll be the next video. And we're gonna add some drain plugs on each pontoon. Those should just be there, because they're gonna be honest, water's gonna get in there. It does. I've not to see any used one without water, including that one. As far as the front, has a much better like system. We talked about the Pelican Bass Raider, which I did look at, which would be a lot harder to modify, but it seemed pretty still very well built, but kind of you couldn't do anything with it. This one's much more doable, much flatter top, and I like at least their pontoons. It's, you know, they're aerodynamic. They're meant to cut through the water. I mean, they're V-shaped. That was not present on any of those boats that I went to the Bass Pro in Phoenix. So, like, point blank, this thing is a lot easier to mod than the new generation Bass Raiders. So much easier. What do you guys want to see done to this? We went pretty far with this one here. We had a rod locker. We would have had 2 rod lockers if I'd had my way, but then we even have a side stow there. We had a terminal, and then we had tackle stows down the side. We could honestly just keep doing that, but we could actually add more stuff. We can add more of the same hatches. What would you like to see in here? What kind of accessory? You want to see legitimate rod lockers? Because we can add them. We can do more things to this because we can pull it apart than we could have ever done to that one, which is like thermal bonded together and not able to be pulled apart without seriously damaging the hull. And also, what do you want to see in it? Like this one was a budget build. Finally, I stuck to it and actually cranked out a budget build. The boat was $300, right? I had to go to another city to get it, but it was $300. 1 sheet of plywood. You know, the hatches weren't necessarily budget-ish, but they were, I guess, as far as what we do, their budget. The whole thing's about $1,000, and it's very simplistic. You know, we use dual transit mountain trolling motors with the trolling fine unit there. There's the unit there. You know, it worked pretty good. We had a really simplistic, yet very usable, very, very dangerous setup there. And it was done on a budget. Now, if we still keep this, you know, we splurge a little on the budget, things that can be done here can be done very well. We're talking about like serious stuff. Like I could make this thing ultra light, stick a bunch of apartments. Like I probably, honestly, I don't know, as well as this one performed against the Yak Killer sitting in my... That makes me wonder what I really could do to this one. I mean, in the end of the day, it is plastic, but what we can do to this thing for small lakes and ponds, we can make it a destroyer. Maybe like the Yak Destroyer. The Destroyer. It sounds nice, right? Destroyer. I need ideas. I need ideas in the comment section. I want to hear everything you guys have to say, because honestly, I know the channel gives me a lot of credit for what happens, but really, I peruse through all your comments, both bad and good, and I'm like, you know, the key to success is listening to feedback. It's a big, huge one. So, feedback, guys, feedback. What do you want? What do you want? Tell me, please. And like that one you got, we'll try and do it in there. All right, guys, see you.